Look who's here.
What?
You said almost what? What? My baby!
Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh.
Okay, little guy.
That,
That melts your heart.
oh, here we go, little guy. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Daddy got you. He was so happy to get little Grogu back. It's all right. Shit, this is the Grogu and Mandy show. Forever. He happy like he would a custody case.
Yes.
Hey everyone, the Double Toasted Live Tour is coming to an end with our final show in Dallas, Texas, February 18th at Viva's Lounge. I'm trying to get an after party spot for all you VIPs and super VIPs, so get your tickets now by going to x1entertainment.com, and I'll see you soon. So people, let's get to the final chapter, Chapter 7 of the Book of Mandalorian. You mean Boba Fett? I know what I mean. No, I mean Mandalorian. I had 2 episodes where that was a Mandalorian show. Mandalorian ain't got 1 show. He got 2 shows now. Or he had 1 show and he took another one from this man right here. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
That is the way.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the way. In my book. This is the way, goddammit. You know, this, for the last couple of episodes, it has not been Boba Fett's story. The funny thing about this, including the last episode that we had, this poor man, I just did an impression earlier for Julian. I did my impression of Boba Fett from the last episode. Here, I'm gonna do it for y'all too. That's my impression of Boba Fett from the last episode. For those who were listening, I just looked around the room and shook my head. That man was a cameo in his own show.
Yeah.
Y'all got it.
Yeah, y'all got it.
No more. I'm not having fun anymore.
What? No, what he said sounds good. Let's do that.
Either he don't care or he's too much of a bitch to take his shit back. But either way it goes, it ain't his book no more. Or is it now? We have 1 finale, episode 7. Does he finally take ownership? Does he finally do anything besides taking them damn baths and hanging out with Sam P? I'm sorry, that's derogatory.
Yeah, come
the
on
Tuscan
now.
Raiders. I'm sorry. Canceled.
We don't use the S word anymore.
Canceled, Corey. But what has been happening here, for those who want to get caught up on the story, and we're having a spoiler discussion, so you know. So we all know together that after taking over Jabba's throne, Boba Fett decided to become the head of crime, the crime lord of this town on Tatooine. Unlike the other people, since this is a Disney show and since he's the hero, we can't have a complete murderous asshole as a hero. We can't root for that person. So Boba Fett comes in and says, I'm going to rule with respect and kindness. You know, like a crime lord does. Yes. And that's what he wants to do, but everybody else like, that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah, who are you again?
Who the f*** you? You ain't even, you a crime lord. You ain't even got no furniture. You got 1 IKEA coffee table over here and an empty ass dungeon with no, used to have a Rancor in it. Who the hell you think you are? A lot of people getting on the program, but now you have the Pike Syndicate. There's a syndicate on Tatooine who are shipping spice. And there's a lot of areas on Tatooine that says, look, we know Tatooine is a rough place, but you know, in this town, these are decent folks. These are decent people. These tribes out here just trying to get by, and we don't want that spice around here. Of course, the Pike Syndicate ain't, they ain't sitting down on that. They ain't gonna just be like, okay.
Yeah, they don't call them a syndicate for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So they say, all right, we'll see about that, bitch. And there's other people who are involved too. Very powerful people, like a mayor who has some political pull, who is also has business here. So he doesn't want that either. What it comes down to is people are looking at this and they're saying that's a very interesting Boba Fett type thing that we're doing here, as far as him being a ruthless killer. Of course, he'd be a crime lord. And of course, being that he's older, he would try to be a better person at this moment in his life. But the thing is, what's been going on so far is that Boba Fett has not been living up to this legend that fans have built for him. He's hardly had anything to do in his own show. There's been a bunch of flashbacks. He's been getting his ass whooped trying to be a nice guy. And finally, Mandalorian said, well, God damn it, let me run with things. You know, at least I ain't scared. You know, I know what I'm doing.
Right.
This has not been for a show called The Book of Boba Fett. Those later books, those later chapters have not been his. It's been a Mandalorian show. And the funny thing about that is that the Boba Fett show has been it's been anywhere from lousy to cool, all right.
Yeah.
Ain't none of them been great.
No, it's mostly been tepid.
Yeah. But when Mandalorian came in, though, even it's crazy because you say, hey man, this is not the Mandalorian. I don't want to see that shit. No, don't go, because when you're here, it's good.
Yeah.
I just wish we had a Boba Fett show. But the Mandalorian's come in, it's been his show, you know, and everything that goes with it. Now here, getting into this last episode, the question is, do we finally get back to making this a Boba Fett show?
Well, look who it is!
Goku! And it's my show. Goku came in. Grogu.
Goku is a different character.
That's a Dragon Ball Z. No, Grogu. The answer to your question is, no, this ain't Boba Fett show no more. They might as well just quit calling it that. You are exactly right. Grogu, because Martin said, well, you know, maybe Grogu will be back because he'll choose the Mandalorian and he'll save the day and everything. I was like, nah, that's not going to happen. First 5 minutes, this fool took his show. That's him looking at Boba Fett right now. Say something, bitch. My show. Luke ain't nowhere around. It's like Luke got tired of his ass and sent him away.
Sure. Well, like I said, the last episode, he's like, "Hey, do you want this cool laser sword, or you want this rusty old armor?"
Yeah.
And he was like, You done? You done? So I can take my armor."
Grogu came in, and he pretty much got dropped off by Luke. Luke was like, you know what? If you're not into this,
Right.
then get the fuck out of here. R2, get this little green bitch.
And you can be my first student. Oh, it's like that, huh?
Yeah.
We're gone.
It's this shit right here. It's like a divorced mom called Uber to come pick her kid up and drop him off at his daddy's place.
Yeah, go on with your no good daddy.
Yeah.
You look just like him.
It's like the mom didn't want to see the divorced dad. He just had his ass dropped off.
The Uber.
And that further makes this a Mandalorian show. Y'all, Grogu is back, and you know if Grogu is back, then this is an episode where Grogu had to choose. Do I want to be a Jedi, or do I want to be with my daddy? Mm-hmm. The Mandalorian. And of course, he chose daddy. And funny thing, it's sweet. This tough, ruthless assassin, the Mandalorian, oh man, they was so happy to see him back.
Of course.
Oh baby, oh baby, how you doing? Oh, you all right? You all right? Stop the car!
Hey, Mando! Look who's here!
You see almost what? What? My baby!
Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh.
Okay, little guy.
Snap.
Oh, that melts your heart.
Oh, here we go, you little guy. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Daddy got you. He was so happy to get little Grogu back. It's all right. Shit, this is the Grogu and Mandy show. Forever. He happy like he would a custody case.
Yes.
And together they came in and hijacked that show again. This is everybody's show but Boba Fett's, man. He does have a cool part in here, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
At least he got to do something.
Oh yeah, he does probably one of the coolest things, but still, it ain't him. Yeah, I'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Some things I'm concerned about with this episode. So, I mean, when I say concerned, it's just things that I just never liked. And now that we're at the finale, it's just I'm not going to like. That street gang that they got.
The Robo Kids.
Them Power Rangers on them Vespas right there. Yeah, the Robo Kids. Robo Spy Kids. Yeah, man, they.
The Robo Spy Kids.
Yeah, man. This is directed by Robert Rodriguez, this episode, by the way, too.
That's too bad.
Yeah, but this street gang right here, I just don't like them, man. They feel like they're from another property. They don't feel like they're part of Star Wars.
Even the way they're dressed.
Yeah, they look like cosplayers from Earth. They feel like cosplayers from Earth, and they're not even cosplaying Star Wars.
Right.
Like they just crashed somebody's Star Wars party and did their own. Like they look more like Cyberpunk, the game Cyberpunk, than they do Star Wars, man.
Yeah, it's a real.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very cyberpunk mixed with steampunk.
Your boy Scad, he got some moves on him. Got
Does
them
he?
smooth moves over there. There's a part where he had to shoot somebody and pulled out his full Michael Jackson on them.
I saw that on Twitter.
God damn, you saw that on Twitter? God damn.
Somebody said, what the hell is he doing?
I don't know. It didn't really require that. Oh, got his twirl on, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, you weren't dodging anything.
Right.
You weren't getting out the way. I don't even know if he hit anything. He did all that shit. I'm gonna hit a window or something.
I know, you'd be too dizzy to aim.
Yeah,
You hit nothing.
But
I look cool doing it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta lay down.
Yeah, that's a Robert Rodriguez thing.
Oh, I know.
Right there.
I know.
Amy Sedaris is back, man. That's something else. And it's funny because the more her character shows up, the least purpose she serves.
Sure.
You know, it just shows like you don't really have anything to really do here except crack jokes. I like the way Mandalorian said,
like,
fuck, I gotta get my baby.
I got what I came for.
Shit, he caught that baby like a Super Bowl pass. My baby. Let her ass fall. Shit. Yeah.
Damn.
I knocked him out. Knocked out tooth out and shit. I tell you what, at least it's consistent because she was missing that tooth through the whole episode.
Oh, okay.
Amy Sedaris, I have nothing against, man, not at all. I think she's very talented.
She's very talented.
She's very funny.
Yeah.
No, she's extremely talented. I'm not talking about her at all. I got a lot of respect for her.
It's just his character.
Yeah, it's just his character. And it's not even, the character doesn't even bother me that much if they actually did something with it. But she's just there to crack these goofy jokes, and that's it, man. Of course, I was happy to see this. My new favorite character, Cad Bane, show up, who is the Lee Van Cleef gunslinger character, man. What's cool about that character is that, listen, there's a lot of extremely corny Star Wars dialogue. We're going back to the original, you know.
Not that I got a bad feeling about this.
No, more like, I was going to Tashi Station to get some power converters, you know, something like that. Or,
Yeah.
you nerf herder, you know.
Yeah.
They, you know, when they start speaking their own space lingo, it gets a little corny, man. Cad Bane, that voice actor is so good. He can take some extremely corny dialogue and make it actually sound cool.
I don't negotiate with gutless murderers.
If that's not the quack to calling the stifling slimy.
I don't know what the you talking about, but it sound cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to go, sick burn.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he said.
I don't know what you said, but sure. Now here's where a big spoiler is coming in because I love that character, man. I really like that character a lot. This comes from my love of westerns, man. So when you give me like a western type.
I mean, yeah, but you're talking about characters looking like they came from Earth. His whole garb. That everything came from Cavender's boots.
Yeah. I wanted this to be a space western.
Yeah.
Now, I agree with you. I do. It's like there's so many things that are just looking like Earth now. Mm-hmm. and I think that that's a little too on the nose.
Too on the nose, yeah.
When I said a space western, I didn't mean an actual goddamn cowboy, But okay, I can deal with it. The character's cool. I really like that voice actor. I'm sorry that they killed him, man. Your boy Boba Fett, he actually did something. He took out the character I didn't want to die. Boba Fett, hey, he does get a little bit more to do here. So of course him and Cad Bane have it out, man, and once I tell you what, maybe Boba Fett didn't do a whole lot, but when he gets that stick, he's surgical with that stick. He's pretty much
right.
Yeah, that big that Tusken Raider stick that he learned to work. It was kind of cool to see him take Cad out with that, man.
Say something else.
Yeah, you. Well, you think you? I'm Boba Fett. Yeah, I heard your show ain't shit. What you say to me?
I knew you were a killer.
Nope. I thought he was going to do some sneaky shit.
Nah.
I knew you were. Oh, well.
Come up here, that goddamn lighter. Boba Fett, bitch. I think the action in this show, in this episode, was cool because they finally got to the point with the story. We've been alluding to this whole thing of Boba Fett trying to take on the Syndicate, and he's gonna need reinforcements for that. So all the reinforcements came in. He got Chrysanthemum, the big ass, scary ass Wookiee. He got the street gang, fruit flavored street gangs out there. Of course, he had his 2 piggies, man.
Right.
And everybody's cool, but nobody gives a shit about those pigs, man.
No, they don't.
They knocked those piggies right off a cliff in this, man. And I hate it because they actually, when they die, they actually squeal like pigs.
Yeah, they've been making pig sounds through this whole thing.
Oh yeah, and they do. They knocked their ass off a cliff and they just squealed all the way down.
Golly, and they always make them sound like they were so tough. Oh, the Gamorrean guards. I ain't never seen them do shit.
They ain't do goddamn thing. They ain't done nothing. They not in any movies or anything.
Exactly.
Every time I see them, they dying.
Yeah.
I bet they taste good though.
Hey man, slow roasted.
Yeah. Shit.
Slow roasting for 24 hours on a smoker.
Shit, I don't know about them green eggs, but I'll take them green hams right there. Go down there and get them bodies and carve them up. The Pike Syndicate sets it up to where the whole town turns against Boba Fett or certain parts of town. Like they have it set up for an ambush.
Okay.
So, like, there's just people in this town that just catch them off guard and just start beating their ass, man, or start putting them in these real hard standoffs. Like your boy Chrysanthemum, those lizard people, they ain't forgot that shit about what happened at the bar. Oh yeah. At the bar when it was the lizard guys, I forgot what their names are, but the lizard guys, they were at a bar, and Chrysanthemum, the big scary Wookiee, he just didn't like they didn't like they were having fun.
Yeah, they were having fun. He was in a bad mood.
So he went over there and just broke the party up and ripped off one of their arms, and they came out and it's like, yeah, bitch, we ain't forgot that shit. Yeah. For Larry the Lizard Man. Yeah, it got his ass down. I won't say what really happened to him. Maybe a little bit I will. But yeah, they overpowered his ass. They getting everybody, man. So now that they're being overpowered by the whole city, you know what happens next. What have they been working towards here? Do you know what they...
I assume Baby Yoda coming in.
That's part of it, but earlier we said the moment that Boba Fett got his new pet, and he was talking about, he said, people ride these. And it's like, okay.
Oh, that's right.
Setting up.
Right.
You going, of course, as the last episode, Boba Fett rides again. He's going to ride the Rancor, and that's exactly what he does. And of course, we knew this was coming, so not a big deal. But of course, the big question is, how cool does it look? I'm gonna tell you, man. So what Robert Rodriguez did here, So he just made like a little mini kaiju movie, like a little, like his own little Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Like Robert Rodriguez really directed the Rancor scenes well, man. Like if they wanted him to direct the next Godzilla movie, or if they wanted to do another kind of giant kaiju monster movie, looking at this, he'd be great.
Okay.
He'd be great for it, man. You know, because and plus they cover everything that they do with the Rancor. Of course, the Rancor is gonna eat somebody, and it's silly in some parts because there's a part where they're fighting off bits of the Syndicate, and the Rancor and Boba Fett are working together. So the Rancor grabs one of the Syndicates and says, "Here you go, Boba," and lifts it up so that Boba Fett can shoot him. And of course, they eat one. They eat one of the Syndicate because we want to see the Rancor eat somebody.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Oh, wow.
That's a good throwback to Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean, listen, we had to see the Rancor eat somebody.
Sure.
And so they delivered on that, man. Yeah, the Rancor was kicking ass, man. That scene right there with the Rancor and all the fights, that was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, that delivered.
Okay.
Like I said, Robert Rodriguez, he directed that part amazingly, man. It was a lot of fun. Except when when somebody pulled out them flames and the Rancor monster, you said, yeah, that. You like, that.
Oh man. Why you have to bring out fire?
He said, the hell with that. You could have it. The Mandalorian came in and took over Boba Fett's show so much that he thought he could get on the Rancor and ride that shit too. When Boba Fett fell off the Rancor monster, the Mandalorian came in like, that's all right. I got this. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Rancor like, I don't know you.
Get the off me. Who the hell you think you are? You ain't no Boba Fett. Give a book this is. You might take his book, but you ain't gonna take me. It was but you called it. You called it when you said that Grogu, Baby Yoda. When you said that Baby Yoda was gonna come in and save the day, that's exactly what he does here, man. Like I said, of course that's what they're gonna do, man. This is a very popular character, and they sell a lot of toys with this. So yeah, of course he was gonna come in and save the day. Save the day. Except I didn't know that. I was like, they'll save it for the Mandalorian show. And Martin's like, this is the Mandalorian show, goddammit. And listen, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. But they got to sell. They got to sell these Baby Yoda toys, these Grogu toys, and they want to sell. Now I wouldn't be surprised they got some Rancor plushies they want to sell too. So of course they had to give you the image. They had to give you the image where you see Baby Yoda or Grogu in the Rancor, all snuggled up, all cute together.
No.
We're going to sell 1 million of these things over here.
Oh, that's right. He gets sleepy when he uses his powers. I forgot about that.
Yeah. She looked like he was drunk. It looked like they just got out the bar.
Right?
You had Boba Fett who came in, rode the Rancor, came in and killed one of the baddest characters in here, Cad Bane. But it still felt like he was overshadowed by everyone.
Everything else, yeah.
Everything in here, man. There was even a point in here where at the end, the remaining syndicate, once they get defeated, the remaining syndicate, Boba Fett was like, yeah, I have not forgotten. And y'all forget how ruthless I am. So he went in there and took all of them out. And I'm like, okay, you know what? It's about goddamn time. I mean, sure, it's the last episode, the last minute, we at the end, but you know what? Better late than never.
He looked like he was trying to tiptoe out of there. Well, now they got that. I can just.
And it wasn't even him.
Yeah.
He got his girl to do his dirty work. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck Boba Fett, man. He ain't done a damn thing. Fennec Shan. She came in and finished the job. I was like, damn, man.
Yeah, I mean, so far she's been the ruthless one.
Yeah, she's been everything. Everybody's been what Boba Fett is supposed to be except Boba Fett. So that's why at the end of the show, I had to agree with them 100%.
You're not suited for this.
No, exactly. No, you're
All
not.
this scenario was like, we're not suited for this.
Yeah,
What? That was the whole premise.
yeah.
That's what this whole thing started with. Only for him to go like, nah, I don't want to do this.
No, we're not suited for this. I'm like, come on, man. Everybody doing some work. Everybody putting in work. Everybody's filling in this book except him.
All these people died just so you can say, nah, you know what? I think I don't want to do this after all.
No. And even some of your most badass characters here, like, let me see here. Like your boy, what's his name? Kursatan or whatever. Oh, let me see here. Cause they got him in here, man, and he becomes like old grandpa in this show. He keep getting like he handles himself well. Like I guess normally what they put on him, anybody would have died from that. But then being that he's a badass Wookiee, he can take more. But there's a whole lot of scenes where he's just getting shot in the leg or limping, and everybody got to pick his ass up and carry him like a wounded soldier. You know, I like this episode, but again, very misleading if you ask me what's happening here, and still not living up to what we were promised with I say promised. I mean, maybe it's just my expectations, but I know a lot of people, and I've defended this, a lot of people have asked, what's the big deal of Boba Fett? And I've been the one saying, man, you're going to see, wait until you read that book.
Yeah, you said like, well, if you saw that Christmas special, then you'd know.
Well, if you still see that Christmas special, you know. They didn't know, but they had something to go by. Again, it's I know that you had Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni on this, Robert Rodriguez, you know, all these people, they love Star Wars, and I think they're doing a better job at the Star Wars properties than a lot of people are right now. Than what a lot of people are right now.
Sure.
But I think still Boba Fett was a misstep, man. Even at the end of this episode. What happens, man?
No. All right.
Yeah, it ends with the Mandalorian and Grogu going on their adventure. It's like, wow, man, you ain't gonna live. You don't leave nothing for Boba Fett in this. Nothing. You can't even let him end his own show. It's the end. Let him have something. No, he don't sell as many toys as Grogu.
Yeah, that's true.
Grogu. Yeah.
Who does?
This episode this episode is fun, but I think that kind of is also the problem with this series is that it's been fun in parts.
Yeah.
You know, they've had some great action scenes. They've had some great flashbacks. They've done some really cool world building in here. So I'm not really complaining about the show as in parts. I mean, in parts, I think it's working. But when you get to it in a whole, I just don't feel like they had a strong idea.
Yeah.
You know, to see all these characters come in and see what happened with Boba Fett and how he kind of got pushed out.
Well, especially you get to the end and it's Boba Fett saying like, "Yeah, I don't think we're cut out for this," and like, oh,
yeah.
I mean, but if not for that part, that'd be one thing where okay, we always have this here. We could do other things with the Mandalorian, but he could come back to this, and where this is developed and Boba Fett really is. A legitimate king running things tightly, updating the area, but for it to just be like
it's working for some people, and it works in parts for me. it just, this whole thing just didn't feel coherent as a, you know, as a complete show. It just felt like it had a lot of ideas, had a lot of characters to bring in for fan service, you know, to advertise their new shows. Mm-hmm. And it just, the story though, not very strong. And again, Chris Herman had a good idea. He said, why not call it the Book of Bounty Hunters or something like that, instead of calling it the Book of Boba Fett? Because I think that it would have been a better idea to see all these bounty hunters and assassins come together and work together. I think this should have been rewritten to do that. But, you know, there are episodes that I like individually. I give them a matinee, somewhere rental. As a show, as a complete series, this is a rental, man. Yeah. It's just not very strong narratively.
That's, you know, I feel like they could have just not called it the Book of Boba Fett and just left it as the Mandalorian, and you'd just be seeing Boba Fett for a while.
That's a great idea.
But then to have the Mandalorian come in on that 5th episode, you're like, oh shit, okay, now I see how this all ties in together.
That would have been. It's funny how just a simple thing like that, a simple name change changes expectations.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.